right, Pisces, let's get into the reading. So as I went to go start this reading, I heard, tell them their dreams aren't big enough. They need to dream bigger. Be careful of other obligations or people who are karmics. So what is a karmic? A karmic to me is someone who constantly thinks that they deserve something from you, that you owe them. Be careful of allowing people like that to get in your way. Be careful of being bound to maybe approval or expectations or what others will think, okay? If you're scared of wondering what others would think, that's going to get in your way of going after what you should go after. And when you're on your deathbed one day, or when you realize, wait, life went by really quickly and I was too busy being scared of what so-and-so thought, and now so-and-so's gone. They had that much weight, that much power over me, and they're not here anymore. I don't even know if they remember me, if they spoke my name again. Be careful of doing that, okay? Give me the energy around your dreams. I feel like a lot of you are on a journey of self-discovery, healing. Yes. You're going to have a windfall of abundance coming in here in your near future. There's going to be a lot of opportunities being brought to you, or opportunities you're going to take advantage of that's going to be successful. That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing you celebrating. Some of you could start wearing a lot of red here in your near future as well. Now, I will say this. With success comes haters. So as your success gets bigger, as you start achieving your dreams, conquering those goals, you know, maybe you've always wanted to be a nurse. Maybe you've always wanted to be a doctor. Maybe you've always wanted to be a homeowner. As you start achieving these things, don't be surprised if people come in and they have harsh communication. Oh, you're proud because you finally bought a house at 50? It's about damn time. If you don't got haters, you ain't doing something right. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that people could be very harsh with their communication, and it's because they're being triggered. It could be because they've been holding themselves back. It could be because they're suffering in silence and they're feeling triggered around your gift and your celebration. But I am saying that as you achieve things, there are going to be people that have something to say about it. There are going to be people who would maybe judge and say, yeah, well, you know, you've always wanted to be a lawyer. It only took you 15 years to get there. At least I got there. At least I had the strength to get on this path and get me to where I'm going. So be aware of that. There could be some disharmony because a lot of people, I think, are going to be shocked that you took some sort of opportunity, that you were in a place of discontentment, boredom, or not being satisfied, and instead of staying there, being stuck there, you changed it. That's what I'm saying, okay? Give me more about your dreams. Yeah, something that emotionally fulfills you. Something that you're curious about, but something that could take time. It could take dedication, consistency. Now, I do see that this success isn't going to come overnight. I'm also seeing that this success isn't going to be something that's easily given to you. I see you being unsure if the burden and the stress worth it. So here's an example. Everybody wants to talk about how when you're a business owner, you're blessed and you should count your blessings, that they would love to make their own schedule. But what nobody talks about is the dedication you got to have when you don't want to work, but you got to work. Sometimes it can be easy for people to say what they would do if they were in our shoes, if they were in our place. And I'm saying that you might be unsure, or there could be a sense of indecisiveness. Well, am I ever going to be a doctor? I have been doing this for 10 years. Am I ever going to buy a house? I mean, I am in my 50s, and most people get them by their 30s or their 40s. Spirit is saying be careful of being unsure if you deserve it, if you can get it, because that could then make you feel burdened around something that's meant for you. So again, this could be something as simple as, Danielle, I've been in college for 9 years, and as soon as I think I'm close to getting it, I'm not getting it. And you could be feeling really burdened. You know, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor. It's something I think that would emotionally fulfill me. I think it's something I'd be proud to be. But getting there's been really hard for me. and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve it. And then in that moment, somebody might come in and have something to say, and it might make you want to hold back, when in reality, it isn't that you need to hold back. It's that you need to dream bigger. It's that you're meant for more. So some of you, there's an energy here of, okay, I want to be a nurse. Are you meant to be a nurse, or are you meant to be a doctor? That's what I'm saying. And there could be people who's got something to say. They could feel that your business isn't going to be successful, that you're never going to get to where you claim you're going to be, or where you claim you're going to get. I do see you being vulnerable here coming up about something that has stressed you out. So if someone does say something mean to you, I feel like you might end up kind of shutting it down and saying, you know, I'm going to be vulnerable with you. If I didn't think I was meant to have this, I wouldn't continue to work towards it. Yeah. Am I happy that I'm buying a house in my 50s or my 60s? No. Am I happy that I'm finally getting to achieve it? Yes. Do I know that there are some people out here that will never achieve that? Yes. Sometimes I don't think I'm going to achieve it, but I know deep down I'm meant to be a homeowner in this lifetime. And you can sit here and make fun of me because maybe I won't get it paid off before I die. You can sit here and say, oh yeah, you're never going to get there, are you? But I am going to get there, and I'm going to use your jokes and your ridicule as motivation, because what you're showing me is that maybe I'm not dreaming big enough. So let's go back to the scenario I just gave. That could mean something as simple as, maybe you haven't bought your first home. Maybe you're about to buy your first complex, your first apartment complex, your first rental property. It's like there's something here where you aren't following the normal path because the normal path was not made for you. There's nothing normal about you, okay? And again, Spirit is saying, listen, maybe for far too long, there's been a part of you that's needed to heal on a deeper level and really discover yourself on a deeper level so you could see what your inner child wanted. And for some of you, it's not saying give up on what you've been conquering, maybe add to what you've been conquering. Okay, yeah, I want to be a homeowner. Maybe you're meant to be a homeowner of multiple homes. Maybe, just maybe, you aren't just supposed to be a nurse. Maybe you're supposed to be a doctor. Maybe you're supposed to be the kind of person where you can do nurse duties and doctor's duties. That's what I'm kind of seeing here. Now, I will say this. If you do not take the strength and the courage to heal, you're going to feel that you're not enough. You're going to feel that you're not enough to conquer these big dreams because they're going to seem so big. You might be scared of being recognized. You might be scared of being able to handle it. Well, nobody in my family's ever owned more than one home. What makes me special? Maybe they didn't have the brain for it. Maybe they had the money, but maybe they weren't smart with their money. Maybe they used their money on vacations. They used their money on cars. Maybe you're showing up differently. That's what I'm saying here. And I'm saying for some of you, you could be working on this for maybe the next 7 months, 7 years, getting things in order, setting things up. But I see that it's going to pay off for you. So some of you, the reason you've not gotten to your dreams, they haven't been fulfilled, you've not got to that end goal, is because Spirit is asking you to maybe change what you're dreaming of. Change where you're going. And this might be shocking for you. This could be something where it's like, I don't get it. Why is this happening? But there is a reason. And once you go through that and you reevaluate, you're going to start putting time, energy, effort, attention in differently. And I think you're going to be able to see the harvest of that in your future. So what do I mean by that? So again, for some of you, this is something as simple as, my dream has always been to own a home. Well, maybe, just maybe, the dream needs to shift from owning a home to owning multiple avenues of revenue. And Spirit could be saying, listen, we're going to get you that home, but you might need to start putting in effort, time, and dedication. Maybe it's time for you to buy a home and rent it. buy a home and put it on a rental program. Maybe it's time for you to buy that home from your parents, redo it, and have them pay you small rent to stay there. It's time for you to do something where it's strategic and it's going to end up adding to your end goal, but you might not see the benefits of it right from the bat. Because if you go to buy a rental property, they'll tell you, don't expect revenue from this rental property. You should take the money that you get, put it back into the rental property, try to pay it off, fix things that need to be fixed, but don't use that as your income to live off of until you know that this is paid off and it can pretty much manage itself. That's what I'm saying with this Seven of Pentacles. That's the energy of things are growing, things are flourishing. I'm not going to pull from my investments. I'm not going to pull from my rental properties, but I will be able to then walk into the bank and say, okay, I've got 5 houses under me. I mean, yeah, I have income coming from them, but I don't touch the income. They're assets at this point. And again, it could be something as simple as, but Danielle, my brain's never worked that way. I've never thought about owning 5 homes because I can't get 1 home. And Spirit is saying, listen, think outside the box, because how you're going to have to approach this is going to be different than how others would approach it, because you're wanting a different outcome. You might not be the person that wants 1 cute little house with 2 bedrooms and 1 little acre with a fence wrapped around it. You might be the kind of person where you want generational wealth. You want to be the person that when you die, your family can say, oh wait, we have a place we can run to. We've got a place we can live. Your children can say, oh, mom and dad started a business and actually those assets are now going to us and we have generational wealth because mom and dad didn't think of immediate gratification or immediate satisfaction. They never gave up on their dreams. If anything, I remember mom and dad wanting that farmhouse. Yet mom and dad changed that dream, and here we are. We got this apartment complex, we got the farmhouse out of town, we got all kinds of things. That's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm saying here. Give me more about your dreams. Yeah, new start. Something new, taking action, creating something. Be careful of a toxic partner coming back into your life and then being able to affect the action that you're taking. Here's an example. If you've got a family member, a friend, a lover, an ex, anyone coming back into your life, if they have the ability to give you advice and it not be advice that's good for you, here's an example. If I went to my friends right now and said, hey, I'm not going to buy me a home, I'm actually going to go buy an apartment complex, I guarantee every single one of them would look at me and go, you lost your damn mind. You got to be careful who you take advice from, though, because they might think that I've lost damn mind, but someone else who sees the vision would be like, girl, you making plans to have a good future, ain't you? I mean, I see it. I know that that might not be the smartest choice. There might be problems in that, and there might be things you're going to have to learn. But you doing the damn thing. I've never known someone to want to go buy a whole apartment complex. Most people just want to start with a little 2-bedroom starter home. That's what I'm saying here. And if you've got anyone coming back where maybe there's a trauma bond, maybe that person is stuck in a pattern in life and they want you to be stuck in a pattern in life, I am saying that that person could maybe affect you in ways that they shouldn't. So keep that in mind as well, okay? Keep that in mind as well. I am saying some of you are going to find out that there could be an obligation here coming in that could end up draining you dry. So what do I mean by that? Some of you could have signed a contract and not understood what you signed. Some of you, this could be co-signing on someone's car and you co-signed, but now something could be taking place. You could be getting a phone call that, hey, they can't afford it anymore. And these are now, it's your obligation to either get rid of the car or take over the pavement. I am seeing that as well. And you could end up kind of being stuck with something that you didn't want to be stuck with. I am seeing you being unsure. So let's say that you did co-sign a car for someone, heaven forbid, and you get communication here in your near future that they got into a situation and they can't afford the car anymore and they're just going to kind of forfeit it, which means it's your problem. I see that you're going to be stuck on what you should do. Should I keep it? Should I let it go? Should I cut my losses, call it a day, and just forget this ever happened? I'm saying that you're going to end up having success and victory. So I think you're going to end up, if this is a car, you might sell it and barely break even. If you keep it, you might notice in about 6 months you can't afford it. So be careful of keeping something you can't afford. Be careful of, you know, stepping in and helping your family members and saying, yeah, I'll pay your rent. I'll do this, I'll do that. And then realizing in maybe 6 weeks, 6 months, oh, I can't afford this. I can't afford my rent, your rent, my mortgage, your mortgage, my addiction, your addiction, my obligations, your obligations. Be careful of that, because I am seeing that as well, okay? And again, that could be the energy of, you're not careful, you're going to allow other people's problems and other people's things to get in the way of where you're going. It's okay for you to help other people. It's okay for you to be there for other people. But Spirit in this reading is saying your dreams are important, and you need to make sure that you're giving your dreams and these new starts that you're feeling very passionate about the right time and attention, so that way you can get to where you want to go. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to leave this here. Have a blessed day.